Hey guys, for this video, I wanna explain about opinions. And opinions is a personal preference of what you like. So we all have different opinions of what we like. And when it comes to good and bad opinions, it all starts in the mind. That's where everything starts, is in the mind. Some opinions are good, some are bad, depending on what comes from their mind. So here's some opinions. So we're gonna start with good opinions. So these are for example, every skin color equal, but I prefer Latinas. So you see every skin color is equal, so you do not look at every other skin color off of one another. You see them as equal, but your personal preference is Latinos, or you prefer whites, or you prefer blacks. It's your own personal preference, and no one can change your opinion. But in your own heart, you do not see Latinas over the other skin. And that is a good opinion. And you have a right to your own personal preference. So, here's another one. The forest is good, but I prefer the beach. So, this is saying the forest is a good place to relax, but you prefer to be at the beach. So you are not doubting the forest. You saying it's a good place to be, but your preference is the beach. And here's another one. I do good to keep the positivity. And that is a really good opinion. Like doing good to want to keep the positivity, keep the peace, just keep everybody stay good. That is a good opinion. That's saying that you just want positivity and energy. And positive energy is good. And here are some bad opinions. Whites are better than any skin I see. That is a bad opinion. That is saying that pretty much you only see whites better than blacks, Asians, Latinas, Indians, albinos, just any skin color. You only see whites. Good. And this is also white supremacist too. And I do want to tell you, every skin color can be a supremacist. It's not just white people. There are black supremacists, Indian supremacists, Asian supremacists, Russian supremacists. Any skin color can be a supremacist. So just don't think whites are the only supremacists. And here's another one. I only allow blacks in my circle. And now think about this. And they only allow blacks in their circle. So no Indians, no whites, no Russians, just straight up blacks. And on a deeper note, that is discrimination. Discriminating against other skin colors. And the only one you allow is blacks. That is still bad opinion either way. And you can also like look at it from other perspectives. Like I only allow grape Kool-Aid in my building. No other Kool-Aid is allowed. No other drink is allowed. That is still a bad opinion too. See, like I get that it is your rules, but if someone is allergic to grape Kool-Aid and that's all they can drink, then pretty much it's still in a bad opinion. And pretty much, what if they are thirsty and you say they cannot drink water? They can only drink grape Kool-Aid? It's still bad opinion. And here's another one. I allow every race except for Indians. And anyone who is Indian, I'm not trying to like talk down on you. I'm just like pretty much using this as an example. So, but pretty much this can go for any race. Like you can say, I allow every skin colors except for blacks. I allow every skin color except for whites. And that is still discrimination because you're saying that pretty much that skin color is not allowed in your circle. And they could be just the nicest person. A very, very nice person that pretty much has like blessings, but they're not allowed in that circle. What if like let's say like the Indian guy had like $1 billion that he want to bless to everybody, but these people said we don't allow Indians in our circle. And then the Indian shows that he has $1 billion. Tell you this is where it's gonna shift. They immediately say, "Come on in, come on in." But the wise Indian said, "No, you treated me wrong. I'm not gonna give you anything." And look, they allow him in the circle because of they allow him in their circle because of his money. Think about that. Because they see the money, he's allowed in. But they are literally contradicting their own rule. They only want the Indian in for his money, not for his skin. You see that is straight up a bad opinion. Allowing someone in because they have this, you don't generally like the person. You just like what they have. Or like it's like saying pretty much you like the Indian woman because of her long hair and you allow her in. And that is still bad opinion. That means that they're gonna use her. Or you only like the Russian woman because of her like beautiful looks, but you literally just straight up discriminate any Russian, that is still using that person to your advantage. And here's another one. I do bad to satisfy myself or ruin others. So I made a mistake here. I forgot to put two, but it's all good. But I do bad to satisfy myself or ruin others. So think about like just going around just throwing thorns and getting a laugh out of it. That other person is very uncomfortable. Or like you just go around just slapping others in the face, and after they just like cry because you treat them wrong, especially if it's a man, that other person will say, just get over it. You're a man. You ain't supposed to cry. You're too sensitive. Like, you are not strong enough. After they just got hit, I get it. A lot of people just do not want to see men cry. But still, treating that man wrongly like that, that is still a bad opinion and is also rude behavior. And you just get a laugh out of it? And you just get upset because the man is crying? That is bad and rude behavior. And it's also respect. Your preference, your opinion. Like, you have your own personal preference as a person, and we all have different preferences. So respect people's opinion. But some preferences just are just bad. Some preferences are good. And here's another one. Everybody doesn't have the same opinion. And this is also absolute true. Everybody does not have the same opinion. We all have different minds. All our consciences are different. And no one has the same opinion. And everyone thinks differently. Some people may like have like the same opinion, but they still think differently. They still think differently either way, even though they have the same opinion. So kind of like both love mistake. Both love vanilla ice cream, but both have different opinions about what cars they like. See that? Both love vanilla ice cream, but they have different cars preferences. And that is that different thinking. So, pretty much, even though they like the same first thing, but they still think differently and still have different opinions. And we all have to respect that. But just tell you, not every opinion is good. So, whatever, like, pretty much has a bad opinion and you try to explain to them, if they just straight up just neglect it, then pretty much they are also expressing their own line of thinking that They just love doing bad. And think about what bad is. It's dark. And still, we just all pretty much do this stuff. Like, I tell you, our stubborn human behavior, some us men just love pretty much looking at women in bikinis. Some us men just love pretty much hanging around multiple women. And some women just prefer taller men because they feel more secure, or they think taller men are just mainly stronger. And just want to remind you, pretty much, women should still pick the right man. Yes, a woman can have their preference, they love taller men. But the tall men that I recommend are the good tall men. Not no bad tall men. Like, for example, let's say like the man is like 6'10", and he's the bad one, and the good man is 6'3". I recommend the girl pick the 6'3" because he's good. The bad one is taller, but remember, the bad person just destroys. So it's gonna be living your life like pretty much in like total crap. And pretty much just choose rightly. And it's nice to have your personal preference, but it also depends on what you choose to allow in your life. But I hope this helps y'all understand. I did make some mistakes, but I still take accountability for them. So I hope this helps y'all understand. As always, peace out.